Feedback. This game was easier before I was famous, or infamous, and before the damn process was so efficient, when I could still pretend it was my own art, or at least about my art. Nowadays, once you're doped up and squeezed into the skin suit, it's hard to tell whose eye is measuring the model, whose hand is holding the brush. It was more satisfying back then, 20 years ago, even though it was physically painful, with actual electrodes and blood samplers to effect the transfer. Now I just take the buffer drug and let them roll the skin suit over me after I fall asleep. When I wake up, I'm in the customer's body, the collaborator's. It works best when I can interview the collaborator beforehand and find out whether he or she has any artistic training or talent. Some of the most interesting work I produce in collaboration comes from the totally inexperienced, their unfamiliarity with the tools and techniques resulting in happy accidents, spontaneity. It's best to know about that ahead of time, so I can use the meditative period before the drug kicks in to prepare myself for a tighter or looser approach. But I can work cold if I have to, if the millionaire can't spare the time for an interview before the session. I'll work in any painting or drawing medium the customer wants, within reason. But through most of my career, people naturally chose my own specialty, transparent watercolor. Since I became famous, though, with the Manhattan Monster thing, people want to trowel on thick acrylics and primary colors. Boring. But they take the painting home and hang it up and ask their friends, "Isn't that just as scary as shit?" Because of the stylistic association, usually, rather than the subject matter. Most people's nightmares stay safely hidden when they pick up a brush. Good thing, too. After the monster, a lot of right-thinking citizens wanted to make my profession illegal, claiming it could bring out the beast hidden in every man. The fact that it had never happened before didn't make a dent in their righteousness. The Supreme Court did. All an art facilitator does is loan his or her mechanical skills and aesthetic sensibilities to the customer. If the customer is a nutcase, the collaboration may be truly disturbing, and perhaps revealing. A lot of us find employment in mental institutions. Some of us find residence in them. Occupational hazard. At least I make enough per assignment now, thanks to notoriety from the monster case, that I can take off half the year to travel and paint for myself. This year I was leaving the 1st of February, start off the vacation sailing in the Caribbean. 1 week to go. I could already feel the sun, taste the rum. I'd sublet the apartment and studio, and already had all my clothes and gear packed into 2 small bags. Watercolors don't take up much space, and you don't need a lot of clothes where I was headed. I was tempted to preempt my itinerary and go on to the islands early. It would have cost extra and confused my friends, who know me to be methodical and punctual, but I should have done it. God, I should have done it. We had one of those fast, hard snows that make Manhattan beautiful for a while. I walked to and from lunch the long way through Central Park, willing to trade the slight extra danger for the beauty. Besides, my walking stick supposedly holds enough electricity to stun a horse. The man waiting for me in the lobby didn't look like trouble, though you never know. Short, balding, old-fashioned John Lennon-style spectacles. He introduced himself while I was fumbling with overcoat and boots. Juan Carlos Segura, investment counselor. "Have you ever painted before?" I asked him. "Drawn or sculpted or anything?" "No, my talents lie elsewhere." I think I was supposed to be able to tell how wealthy he was by upper-class lodge signals, the cut of his conservative blue pinstripe, the heavy gold mechanical watch. But my own talents lie elsewhere. So I asked him directly, "You understand how expensive my services are?" "Exactly. $100,000 a day." "And you know you must accept the work as produced. No money-back guarantee." "I understand." "We're in business, then." I buzzed my assistant Allison to start tea while we waited for the ancient elevator. People who aren't impressed by my studio, with its original Picasso, Monet, Dali, and Turner, are often fascinated by Allison. She is beautiful but very large, 6'3" but perfectly proportioned, as if some magic device had enlarged her by 20%. Mr. Segura didn't blink at her, didn't notice the pain.